Now, with the two columns representing the two random variables that we want to draw a correlation between selected, first you go to the Insert menu, and then you go down to Chart. So we want to insert a chart. And when you left click it, it may show you something like this, in which case it tries to guess what kind of chart you want to make based off the data you selected. We want to create a scatter chart, so it did correctly identify that that's what we wanted. But if it didn't come up with a scatter chart automatically, you could just left click on this chart type and scroll down. These are all the different chart types you can select from, and click scatter. Okay. So this is initially what your scatter plot should look like, with these options here on the right-hand side. Let's take a quick look at these options. So the data range goes from cell E1 to F1000. So E1 is here. So column E, row 1. And then the lower right-hand corner of this selection is going to be column F, and then down to 1,000 rows. So that's what that means. The x-axis is going to be the height data. So you can see already in this scatter plot, the height label is on the horizontal or x-axis down here. The series, this is another word for y-axis or vertical axis. And so the data for the y-axis is the drop column. So drop right here. If we look at some of these other options, this is checked because row 1 has headers. And what they mean by a header is that row 1 has the random variable names in it. So we want to make sure that it doesn't try and use the word height as a data point in here. So by clicking use row 1 as headers, it will not include row 1 in this scatter plot figure. Then use column E as labels. If you uncheck that, your data just looks a mess. So just leave that checked. Okay, so this is how you insert a scatter plot.